guys, it's me, Katie, Love Sweat Fitness. I want to take some time today to let you get to know me a little bit better. I think in any diet, exercise, routine, and really in anything in life, it's super important to know who you're talking to and where you're getting your information from, and know that you can trust them. So part of that is me being able to share a little bit more about myself with you and my background and what inspired me to start Love Sweat Fitness, because it's a little bit different than some other trainers out there, and I know you have a lot to choose from. So I think that me sharing this will kind of help you make sure that it's a great fit. That being said, I started out, I don't know, about 4 years ago now, 45 pounds heavier than I am right now, and fitness was not a part of my life at all. I, throughout my entire life, kind of went through phases, like most people, where I'd get really active and consistent and work out for like 2 months straight, and then I wouldn't do anything. And I think that for most of my life, my goal and my focus was always on my body, and it was always trying to look like someone else or lose a bunch of weight and get really fit. And really not even about being fit, it was more just about being skinny. Like, I wanted to be skinny like all the girls I saw around me and all the girls I saw in the magazine, and I tried to do whatever I could to get that. So most of my high school and a lot of my college years were spent focusing on myself and my body, but not in a good way. It was very overwhelming, I think, emotionally and obviously physically, because I would take my body through these crazy extremes of yo-yo diets. I mean, I literally tried every diet there was. There was a coffee diet, and there's Atkins and South Beach and Weight Watchers, and oh my gosh, I can't even think of them all right now. There's so many. I have at least, I've probably tried 20 different types of diets. I've tried every DVD and workout video out there. And while they can all work, especially the diets, for a short amount of time, nothing was lasting. So I would lose 14 pounds in 2 weeks, like I promised, and then 2 weeks later I'd gain it all back. And I feel like I went through these constant highs and lows emotionally of like, yes, I made it, I lost all this weight, and then there's like this sadness and upset, almost like a depression, because you gain it all back. And there was never ever any kind of like consistency or end result that I wanted. And so I just did a whole big toll on my body, which I know a lot of you have gone through if you're not still going through this like up and down, like fluctuating 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 pounds every few months, and it's just not healthy. And I think we all kind of have like an aha moment at some point in life. And mine was right when I got back. I graduated from college and I went to Europe for a couple months, which did not help, because not only had I gained a bunch of weight in college from like all the 2 a.m. burritos and too much drinking and all that terrible stuff, but I went to Europe and I did the same thing, and I ate a ton of bread and a ton of cheese and drank, and it was just terrible. Like, all I did was like eat and didn't do any walking or any exercising. So I came home the heaviest I'd ever been, which for me was like 165 pounds. And that's different on every body type. I'm not a very tall person. I'm 5'5", and it was just very heavy on my body. And I came back, and I don't want to say I was depressed, but I definitely was not in a good emotional state, and I felt terrible about myself. I felt like my body was gross, and I just felt uncomfortable in everything I did, and I didn't like myself at that point. Like, I was not happy. And I think that for whatever reason, that kind of just flipped a switch in my brain, where it wasn't about being skinny anymore, and it wasn't about losing 20 pounds. It was really about feeling good, because I didn't feel good, and I wanted to, like desperately wanted to feel good. And so instead of stressing about the size or the number or anything else, I started to like do a lot of research about how I could change the way I felt through food, and I did a lot of research on nutrition and exercise, and I knew that it wasn't going to be easy, and I knew that it wasn't going to be overnight like I had hoped. But for the first time, my focus wasn't on my body as much as it was just being healthy. And I could stop thinking about myself constantly, which is all I did before, and everything I ate and what I was going to eat next, and feeling guilty about the things that I just put in my body. And I kind of let that all go and threw it all away, just to focus on feeling good and being healthy. And that's the key, and that's kind of what I want to share with everyone, is that focus on health and feeling good from the inside out versus a focus on being a certain size. So that all being said, I made tiny changes. I knew that the drastic measures that I had taken for all the years past weren't going to be what worked. It didn't work. It wasn't lasting, and I needed something that was going to last. So through a ton of research, I started making small changes and just, I'd cut extra cheese out of my diet that I knew I didn't need, and I would stop eating burritos at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I cut back on the extras. And then a few weeks in, maybe I started focusing on portion control, and then I slowly started working out consistently. And I didn't give myself like I have to work 5 days a week. I just knew I needed to exercise. So whether it was me going for a walk every day or I started running a little bit, I wanted to be active. And so I started doing that. And I found a yoga sculpt class that I absolutely loved. It's heated yoga. It was amazing, and it was really fun. It was really hard, but it was really fun. And I did that a couple times a week, and it really was just, for the first time, something I was trying to learn to enjoy and incorporate into my life just to feel good. And the awesome part about it is, as you make those little steps and you kind of take the focus off of your weight and more on being healthy, you would get this great benefit of actually getting skinnier because you're making better choices and you start losing weight. And I actually didn't even notice it. It was everyone else around me that was like, whoa, like, you're losing a lot of weight. What are you doing? And it was the coolest thing, because never in my life had I ever been so less focused on my size, yet I was being healthy and skinnier and losing the weight. And so it was just a neat thing to be able to feel. And then of course I feel better and more proud, and so I wanted to do it more. And so I kept making those healthy choices with my nutrition, and I kept working out, and all of a sudden now I'm 3, 4, 5, 6 months in, and I'm still consistent in the workouts, and I started loving it. And I have always been a teacher in some way, and it just seemed like a natural progression as I saw the amazing things happen in my body and in my mind and emotional everything, to be able to share that with others. So I started teaching barre classes as well as yoga sculpt classes. And as that passion grew, I started getting more interested in personal training. So I became a certified personal trainer. And I love nutrition, so I educate myself on that all the time and learn about that more so I can share that, because it's a huge component with the exercise if you really want to see change in your body. So all of that being said, all in all, over about 6 months, I had lost about 45 pounds. So I went from 165 to about 120. And then as I started really working out and I lost all the excess fat, then I started working on building muscle. So your weight goes back up as you're more fit because you have more muscle on your body. So it goes up a little bit, but totally worth it. And I just kind of learned that the scale's not that important. It's more about how you feel and that you're being healthy and active and doing all these things. So as I did all of that, I wanted a bigger platform to share on. So I'm so excited because I have YouTube and Instagram and now my website where I can share with women all across the world and help train them and educate them and just really inspire women to be fit and healthy. And I'm so excited to be able to bring workouts to you here on YouTube, especially because I think that we're going to have a lot of fun together, and this year is going to be awesome. So I know all of you are going to find a lot of change in your body. I hope to encourage and inspire you, share my story. If you ever have questions, like, it's so fun for me to talk about, and I'd love to share more. So you can always email me or write in comments below any questions you have more about what I did or I didn't do. Comment below and let me know what you're wondering, because I know it's a lot of information to take in. And if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. It's been a while, and it's something I never knew I was going to have a story to share with anyone. And it's so exciting when you do have a story, because you just want to like shout it from the rooftops and be like, I figured it out, I did it, it's exciting. And now like I've kept the weight off for several years, and it's my life and my passion, which 10 years ago, had you have asked me what I'd be doing, I guarantee you I would not have answered anything to do with fitness. So transformations can happen, it can happen to you, and I am so excited to be a part of your transformation. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Again, let me know below, and make sure you subscribe, click that little button, join our LSF community, because I have so much to share with you this year. I'm so excited, so grateful to be here and be a part of your lives, and I can't wait for the rest of the year. Yay! Okay, bye, I'll see you later.